Hello, my dear twin flames. How are you guys? I hope you're doing great and you're ready for a new energy check. I'm back to the usual format today, so this is gonna be DM energy, DF energy, and the connection check. I also got my newest oracle deck that's called Spirit Junkie, so we're gonna get a message for each of the twins. And also at the end, I've got my Hermit Tarot, the talking cards. I'm gonna pull some messages between the twins. Hopefully I'll have time for that. Actually, I'm gonna start with the Spirit Junkie. I'll pull a card for each of the twins. And then I'm gonna be using my Spellcaster Tarot for the masculine energy and the Lightseer's Tarot for the feminine. Let's do it that way. I was guided to do it that way, a little bit different today. And then I'll do just a separate shuffle for the overall connection. I hope you guys are doing great. Please remember this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if it does, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. It all helps me circulate these messages. Okay, so for Divine Feminines we've got, I'm committed to bringing forth my greatness. I will no longer play small. So it's time today to recognize your greatness, Divine Feminines, and to see what the world brings to you, right? What's out there, not to settle for anything less than great in your understanding, your feeling, your intuitive feeling of that greatness. For masculines, we have, I accept the gifts I've been given as a high service to the world. That's actually a very powerful message. And it's very important to see that what we have, and I mean, this is of course focused on the positive, right? Because usually when we think about gifts, we think of something nice, some kind of reward, some present, right? Something nice that we get. And it's important to feel worthy of it, to understand that it's an encouragement and empowerment to be more, do more, and give out of yourself more in this world, in this lifetime, right? But of course, even if gifts are not so happy, not so long awaited, it's still important to be grateful for those as well. So for masculines, they are getting into this feeling of appreciation and seeing certain connections between what they've experienced in their life, what they have been given, the gifts, the gifts and the gifts. There's another meaning of it. Yes, I got it now. Thank you. Of course, it's about skills. It's about our powers, right? And Divine Masculines have them as much as we do Divine Feminines. It's implemented, or it works a little bit differently on 3D, and they can have their own separate set of gifts and skills, right? But they still do have it, and it's important to know that what their strengths are, what they can do, right? What those light worker powers are. Those are gifts that they're supposed to use to serve the world, to make it a better place, to raise the vibration, to kind of like lead by example what love is, what true purpose of ours is in this lifetime, how to reach happiness, all of those big things, right? We're supposed not just to take it for ourselves and enjoy our life, right? But also to share with the world. It's the highest service possible. Okay, I'm gonna get actually gonna start with Divine Masculine energy. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles. Planting some seeds, planting something. I've got Page of Wands, Two of Wands, and Nine of Swords. Yeah, so it's definitely a hard decision that DMs are facing today. On the one hand, they feel very enthusiastic, like they feel this great energy when they think about moving to a certain direction of their life, whatever it is. Could be something specific like a job, or a place to live. It could be just in general their outlook on life and what kind of approach they take in making decisions, because that's huge, right? That's like overwhelming. It refers to everything. So on the one hand, they see this inspiration and curiosity, and there's just a big pull towards that path. And on the other hand, there is a doubt because there's still some fear that it's not gonna work out well in the physical, that it's not gonna bring them the resources that they are expecting, or not gonna give back what they are looking for, right? Because we still live in material world. We need means of survival, and preferably not just to survive, but to thrive in this life, right? To feel safe, secure, and comfortable, to be able to do that high service, right? So this is a different skill set that needs to be used by Divine Masculine than usual, right? Those gifts that we were talking about at the beginning. I accept the gifts as a high service to the world. So they know intuitively that they are supposed to be using those, a lot more in their life to make it in focus. But their 3D brain, their monkey brain, is still giving them some fear here. Okay, what's going on with Divine Feminines now? But there's definitely, with that Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, there is a feeling of thinking about next steps. So not like just immediately dealing. Sometimes we have so much to juggle in our lives and so much hustle that we just kind of like putting out fires. Whatever comes our way, we have to deal with it. So Divine Masculines at least moving towards the approach where they're looking a few steps ahead. They're taking a breather and deciding what is going to be their strategy, what is the plan, what's the goal, right? Maybe because I feel like for a lot of them they were forced to do that because they couldn't keep up with everything, so they have to make some choices, right? And they understand that a lot is expected in each of those areas with each choice. So it's time now to really weigh pros and cons and decide. Okay, Divine Feminines have Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So I just had Page of Wands for masculines. You have the Hermit, Queen of Swords, and Four of Wands. Yeah, so Divine Feminines definitely, and you see that this Queen, that's you today, she is facing the Four of Wands, the twin flame union space. So definitely Divine Feminines are thinking about their twin flame journey and where they are with their masculine. How close in their feeling is the union? How successful are they? Is the progress that they've made good enough? All of those thoughts, because it's a very logical space, right, with the Queen of Swords. But it's also a very honest space. And Divine Feminines quickly understand when they go into those kind of thinking, like thoughts and thought process, they quickly get into the hermit mode because they understand they need to dive into the intuitive self, to go into higher realms, to, if they want a response from DMs, it should be telepathic communication, to be more true and authentic at this time of where they truly are on the journey, both of them, right? Because she's also thinking where her Divine Masculine is, and not like where he is geographically, but what's in his awareness right now, right? Because a lot of, like most of the time, Divine Masculines do not just spill it out to us, that they've reached certain enlightenment, that they see things clearly. It's kind of like there is some period of silence, or maybe even some odd behavior, and then suddenly it pops up and we know that they were aware this whole time, whatever it was. So that's another question on Divine Feminine's minds right now. And they intuitively are going into that hermit mode for answers. That's if they don't, that's the advice. And please remember about your greatness, Divine Feminines, that although you are, a lot of us are so focused on the connection with our masculine and coming to union, it's very important to remember about our individual greatness and what we have to bring and to share with this world. Because we also have our mission, right, and our service to conduct. Okay, and for the connection energy, I'm gonna do another shuffle of my Spellcaster's Tarot. Doing okay this time, actually, for now. So what's the connection energy today? Got the Chariot, Six of Cups, and Ace of Swords. You can't make it up. And bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. Yeah, I said it and now I'm even more amazed. Yeah, definitely in the center of attention is this soul contract, is this deep connection. I mean, Two of Cups, Six of Cups, what else can you think of, right? For minor arcanas, those are the twin flame cards, and we see them both. They understand the truth behind it, of what it's all about, and why twins have to go through what they're going through, and why divine timing is important, why it's important not to go to union too early, or like some people obviously force it, but it doesn't end well anyway. So there is divine timing for a reason, not to go too far, but still have a steady movement forward. And the movement is not so much in the physical, meaning like, yeah, so, you know, now we were friends, now we have to start dating, then we have to move in together. Not that kind of movement. Movement in personal and spiritual growth, right? That's the movement that we need to get for each of the twins. There is work to do. And it's a whole different story, right? What kind of work that is. But that's what ultimately, and this is the inspiration, right? The Six of Cups, sweet, sweet energy. It's an inspiration. It's not a burden, as some people may see it. If they have those feelings, they realize the grandiosity of this connection. But then, you know, when it comes to 3D reality, that person is running away from you, or they seem so far away in their situation in life from being together with you here. But there should be an understanding and like the moment of truth here, that it's all a blessing in disguise, even if it doesn't look like that. Okay, messages. We are gonna get the Hermit Tarot messages from DMs to DF first, please. Nice. I've got, I think we should slow down, and then no, right next to it. So it's like their logical mind is saying, yes, we should slow down. This is getting too intense, you know, and immediately it gets scary to them. We saw that Nine of Swords energy, right? That anxiety that they get is like, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know, it's too much to take in, right? Especially if they already thought that they have everything established in their life in terms of relationships and how they conduct themselves and the life that they wanted to have, right? And this intense energy just kind of swoops in and challenges all of that. It is scary, right? Even if you realize that it's a true thing, that you should be paying attention to it, divine masculines, right? So there is this bit of a inner conflict here. And then we have, you are so beautiful, why do you need me? And wait. So there is a bit of a fear that divine feminine may get away. That's what I'm getting here. I'm gonna shuffle for messages from divine feminine to masculine. Yeah, definitely there is that fear because divine feminine is doing her, right? We saw that energy of greatness, like I'm empowered, I have, you know, a lot to give to this world, so I'm building my own kingdom. And divine masculines can feel that energetically, that they're away and they're starting to get worried. Okay, message from divine feminine. Actually, too much. Let's try again. Okay. Thank you. We've got, oops. I need more balance. Do you even see me that way? I'm sorry. If I follow you, I could lose everything, and maybe. Yeah, so I'm getting it as if if I follow you, maybe I will lose everything that I have now. Then there is a contingent, and I'm sorry that they're not making it more clear to you right now, that they actually have chosen you. They have chosen you, so divine masculine, so many times. But on the surface, it doesn't always look like that, and they cannot make it more public and explicit at this time, because they need more balance. They're also working through some stuff internally, right? And their blockages, their fears, their healing, and also preparing different foundation in the physical so that this is possible. So this doesn't just destroy their reality as it is now or as it has been, but also it's a transition into something much, much more beautiful. Okay, I hope this reading has been good for you guys. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Bye, everyone.